podcast portion, Dan. And we'll do our discussion on some animes we've watched, animus. And then tomorrow we're just going to film a bunch of on-screen shit. So good.
All right. Sounds good.
So, Dan, when can we expect Comics Experiment to be on YouTube?
The other problem, I'll be honest, this is the other problem. It actually does somewhat negatively affect our search algorithm and stuff when it goes on the main channel.
No, it's supposed to go to absolutely. That's where it was being moved to, remember?
Oh, we're still doing that?
Yeah.
Even though it's okay.
It got moved because of the issue.
No, I know that. But when we came back as the Patreon and then the members, I thought it was going to be a members that eventually got turned into public.
Oh,
so it's a good thing we clarified that on air.
Yes. No, it's I would love to, but yes, it does damage the channel, so we can't really do that.
Okay. All right, I'll put it out. I'll try and put it out this Friday since we won't have, or this Friday or Saturday since we don't have Absolute Comics.
And Ezra, I do know it says Suicide Squad Endgame because that's the core of what our stream's going to be. Dan and I need to do this quick thing though, and then we're going to do that. Right? Daniel Montgomery Burns.
Ezra, you're saying we're echoing. I'm going to just check real quick. Do you have us open on 2 tabs?
Yes.
Do you have the Twitch and the YouTube open?
I was like, there's no one else saying we're echoing. So if we're echoing, you have multiple things open.
It sounds like you've got the Twitch and the YouTube open, and Benny just went live with the YouTube.
I was like, we've been live for 30 minutes and no one has said we're echoing.
Did have it open on 2 tabs. Yep, I've had that. I've done that before. No worries.
Hey, you guys can see Daniel now.
Oh my gosh, I gotta mute something.
Something.
Oh, I'm gonna just drop Discord.
Well, now I have to unmute this side. There.
Yeah. That way it's not gonna mess with the recording in any way.
You have a good one, Nerdy Rock. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're going to talk about the latest anime we've watched in general, and we're going to talk about Metallic Rouge, my current thoughts on reading all of Solo Leveling.
Did you read Volume 8? Don't spoil anything.
No, I haven't done Volume 8 yet. I'm holding off on
good.
that because I didn't want to accidentally spoil something for you.
Yeah, I've got it right here, and I've been meaning to read it, but I know that when I read them, I have to like read the whole thing in one sitting.
Well, yeah, you can't read, so it's like kind of like it's like a whole day affair for you. I have to give you the day off so you could read a book.
I do, okay? I don't read. This is accurate information. Have I watched Has Been Hotel? No, but I've seen a lot of memes and images from it.
All right, Dan. 3, 2, 1. You're ready, I assume.
Yeah, we are.
No, you have lies.
I'm just that good.
Big
recording on both.
Bald-faced liar, Dan. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Comicstorian. That's me, and this is my long-haired friend, Jesus.
I'm Jesus. Hey, everybody.
You think that's how Jesus introduced? Hello, everybody.
Oh my god.
Okay, if we do that intro.
Benny got called Comic Jesus with his long hair. I guess I'm now Anime Jesus, and I'm okay with it.
We're gonna read to it. Oh, that was funny. Our Lord and Savior, Anime Jesus. Hey everyone, welcome back to Comicstorian. That's me, and today I'm joined by Longhair Orlando Bloom on today's episode of The Degenerate Dubs. Or the Dub Degenerates. Damn it! Okay, hold on.
Got it wrong.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Comicstorian. My name is Benny, because I'm the Comicstorian, and I'm with Long-haired Orlando Bloom on today's Dub Degenerates. That's right, we named this podcast kind of became a podcast unintentionally. Today, we're going to be talking about the latest episodes of Metallic Rouge, what's going on with Solo Leveling, and then we're going to talk about some of the other stuff we've been watching, such as Where I Am in JoJo, Where I Am in Freean, and Dan's going to talk a little bit...
Free Run.
My bad. And I watched something else, but I'll remember it later.
And where I recently ended up on One Piece.
Right. Also, that's the beginning of our show, Dan. In order to talk about so we got 5 anime on the docket right now. Let's kick it off with our opening segment. Where's Dan in One Piece?
Well, I am finally at a point that I can take a break and take a little bit of a breather because I have finally finished the entirety of Dressrosa. Oh my God. So good, but so long.
Okay. Thoughts on Bouncy Boy?
It was one of those moments where you're like, that's badass. Yes. What did he just call himself? Like, I didn't. It was the thing, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun. I really liked how powerful he got, but how he still didn't fully win, and that we got to see the frustrating, but also at the end, fun to watch. All of like the gladiators, the people in the town, and how all of them were like, "No, we hate pirates, but he's kind of good, but we can't save him."
Yeah.
But I guess we kind of have to because he's literally the only chance we have at living.
Right.
But I think one of my favorite things about the entire Dressrosa, outside of obviously Luffy getting gear for being awesome, all of that, was the Navy. I actually really liked how it ended with the Navy of like the blind guy. I think it's... I don't know what it is because my head wants to say Fujitoro, but that's a guy from Jujutsu Kaisen. Anyway, I really liked that. I liked that aspect that they were like, hey, world, yeah, the Navy, not the best people. They're apologizing to a bunch of like a city and the pirates and stuff. I liked that. I really liked the whole thing. I saw a comment in our video last time of someone saying that neither of us understood the Usopp moment of what he did. Well, first off, the moment that they described, I hadn't gotten to yet, so it makes sense why I wouldn't have known it. But they mentioned the fact that Usopp launches the sniper projectile. I guess it was his face that caused her to relive the trauma of his face doing the pop out and the fire and all that. But my gosh, him unlocking observation hockey, which you did not respond to on Discord, you son of a bitch.
Half the time you're ignoring me and I'm ignoring you, so it's kind of
that's true. Anyway, that moment where he's like about to take the shot and he messes up, and I was like, no, Usopp, what did you do? And then it's a daydream, and I'm like, oh, of course, that would have been terrible if they had one of the main characters, the Sniper King, screw up his only shot. But the fact that he unlocked his observation hockey during that, there have been only a few moments that Usopp has like been him for me, and that was one of them. That moment, shooting down the flag during Ennie's lobby, and God Usopp, which I finally understood where the God Usopp thing came from, which I thought that was hilarious. I love that. I love that they all got their pictures updated on their wanted posters, and Zoro's like, I can't make fun of Sanji anymore. They fixed his picture. What the hell? And then they've got Bartholomew. Loved that guy. He started off annoying as hell, but he grew on me as like the ultimate fanboy of the Straw Hats. I love Robin. Her progression has just gotten better and better, and I love how she's so level-headed, but still so fun to watch, and like adopts all the nicknames that Luffy comes up with no hesitation, no questioning whatsoever. She's like, hey, Traffy, Rooster, let's go.
She just keeps rolling with them.
I love it. But
how
overall,
long was Dressrosa in comparison to the manga? Because I hear there was a lot more padding in the in the anime.
It is long. It is insanely long. I looked up a list of the longest arcs. It is the second longest, right behind the Wano arc, which lasted 3 years, I think.
Oh,
And I
jeez.
think, yeah, Dressrosa, I think, lasted a year and a half, if not 2 years or more. Because
I mean, it lasted me 1 month, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I would be lying if I said it was easy to get through, because when there are that many episodes, and Crunchyroll kind of spoils by giving you like the episode bracket, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh my god, Luffy just hit gear 4, but it's episode 730, and this says it goes to 745, so clearly nothing's gonna really happen in the next couple moments.
I was kind of annoyed by the finale to that, where he basically beat him, and then they're like, okay, but now he's got to charge for 10 minutes. So everyone cheer him up. And I'm like, why? We won.
That's what I was saying earlier, is like, I liked that because it was very vital for the growth of society, I guess,
Yeah.
of Dressrosa, of the realization that not everyone who says they're going to do good things are going to do good things. Not every pirate is a bad pirate. Like, they start really opening their mind to all these different things, and I really liked it. But I will say I'm going to take a little bit of a break from One Piece, because watching all of that, I loved it. But yeah, it was a lot.
So, okay. Well, then we're going to pick up with our second segment now, which is, Where's Benny in JoJo?
Where are you, Benny?
Okay, well, I'm currently in Diamond is Unbreakable, Dan, which is, I guess, season 4 by Netflix's standards, because Netflix makes it weird. So the way JoJo works, Dan, is every season is completely different, with a totally different plot and a totally different cast of characters, which makes it very weird and interesting. Such as in season 1, we have the original, like, patriarch to the entire family line, and it's 12 episodes long, and it's the most over-the-top, everyone being like, I will defeat you, kind of an attitude throughout the entire thing, and it's just nothing but a giant fight. Battle Tenacity, which is 2, because I don't remember the name for number 1. Battle Tenacity, which is the second one, features the son or grandson of the original. But this is Joseph Joestar. And Joseph is like, he goes through a lot of these. So he's like, they pretty much, the original guy is here for 12 episodes, and he's gone forever. They never bring him back. But after that, we got Joseph, Jotaro, and Josuke, and those 3 are great. Okay, so
it's called JoJo's because all of their name starts with JoJo. It's not the same person. Okay, that I did not know.
And their last name is the Joestars.
Yeah, so now that makes a lot more sense.
Right. So they're always a JoJo, you know?
Okay.
Which is funny because I don't think they've ever been called JoJo. It's always Joseph, Jotaro, or Josuke. So whatever. But it's JoJo because it's Joestar and Joe something. So
yeah.
Joe is the abbreviation for all their names. So I forget how directly related they are, but the second one is all about basically having kung fu with sun powers, which is kind of my favorite because it doesn't go really over the top, and they fight these weird vampire creatures. Dio is the guy that they fought in the very first one. And then in the second one, we discovered that Dio actually was somehow related to these weird vampire immortal guys. And so they all have to fight, and it's a whole big thing, and it's just normally kung fu, but that's also a short season.
I just want to quickly point out the fact that you went, yeah, so they've got kung fu with sun powers in their vampires, so it's not too over the top.
No, because then it
now
gets
I'm
over the top.
excited to hear what is over
the
the
top.
top.
Then it gets over the top. So in season 3, which is Star Breakers, I'm gonna make me look it up. JoJo Bizarre Adventure, JoJo, they're all called different things. Okay, what are the seasons called? Phantom Blood, Battle Tenacity, and Stardust Crusaders. For some reason, I always want to say Phantom Crusaders, and I know that's wrong, so it's what throws me off.
Now it makes sense. A lot of posts I see on Reddit that are titled that.
Stardust Crusaders?
Yeah. No, well, there's a subreddit called Shitpost Crusaders, and it's a bunch of JoJo memes, so now it makes sense.
Well, now I need to go to that meme. So Battle Tenacity actually hooked me into this franchise. Battle Tenacity is great. You could probably skip the original season, but it does give you the origin of the Joestars versus Dio, because he's got no family. The Joestars are a family, and Dio's Dio. It turns out in Stardust Crusaders that Dio is still alive, and he's attached his head to the body of the original, which I think was Joseph. It's been so long since I watched the original season.
I would assume it's Joseph.
No, but Joseph is the second guy, and he's awesome. Because he's battle tenacity.
Is it Johan?
No, Jonathan. Jonathan's the original, okay? Jonathan Joestar. Then we go into Joseph Joestar. Then we go into Jotaro is the fourth one. Oh, shoot. Why is it's too many Joes. Jotaro's third, and then Josuke's fourth. There we go. Throw me off. So what happens is, and this is where it gets really good, which is why if you were to get into JoJo, you can skip season 1 with Jonathan. You just got to know that Dio caused a lot of problems with Jonathan, and that caused the whole problem. Season 3 kicks off. Joseph is the guy from the Battle Tenacity arc, and he's now an old man, and he's just your over the top old man. Jotaro is the grandson. Yeah, he's the grandson of Joseph, and so basically, they discover stands. Now, stands, Dan, see, I'm finally explaining JoJo to you so you understand this whole thing. Stands are the ghosty things that pop up behind them. If you're a stand user, you can see stands, and all the stands have power.
A stand.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah. But
I thought you were saying stands as in like stalker fans. Like you're a stand for JoJo.
Stands. Yeah, stand. I was making sure I was saying it right. Yeah.
Okay. Now Okay.
So basically, stands are like where all the powers come from now. So the series went from just having like over-the-top normal fighting, sun power kung fu. Now they've got ghosts they can use to fight each other with.
Totally. I mean, it makes sense.
Right,
I mean, you got to fight the eternal vampire somehow.
Well, right. Dio at this point has now taken his head and put it on the body of Jonathan, and he's the eternal vampire, and he's trying to reawaken. And so he picks a fight with Jotaro by putting a flesh bug into his mom's mind that's going to kill her. So Joseph is now an old man, and the whole crew go on this 40-episode adventure to stop him, which is cool for the first 20 episodes where they're like, okay, Dio's got 9 guys that he has picked that have also got powers. So it's just a lot of like fight.
So because this is with JoJo, this is a legitimate question. Now, does Dio have 2 heads, or did he replace the head with
Replace the head, because they cut off Dio's head, so he put it on Jonathan's body.
At first, I picture it like, did he like just stick it somewhere, or like is this a Voldemort? Like,
yeah,
he's back half of the head. Okay,
so it's an adventure of them trying to get from, I think it was Tokyo. They try to get from Tokyo to wherever Dio is. He's in some city. And Dio's got all these 9 guys causing problems that prevent them from just going from point A to point B. So it's like they get stuck in the desert where they meet a dog who also has stand powers. And like they get in a submarine at one point, and there's a stand infecting the walls. And like it's like they keep going at all these little adventures. The problem I had with Stardust Crusaders is that and this is what kind of got me to stop watching JoJo, is Stardust Crusaders, after the first 9, they then went, Dio has 9 more. And I was like, oh my God. And so they make their way all the way over there. The cast of Stardust Crusaders is great. Oh shoot, what's the name of the guy? I always mix up the names of all of them. Because Kakyoin, he was fun. It was Kakyoin and the guy with the tall hair. Chat's gonna know exactly. I'm looking for it over here. Polmarath and Kakyoin were the best. Jotaro was your standard brooding, I'm badass no matter what, and I will always win, so I don't have much personality outside of the fact that I will always win kind of attitude. You know? But he went, as it grew on, he got more personality, and Joseph, of course, was the over-the-top, I'm your grandpa, and I'm overpowered, and here we go. He was great. I loved him in that one. Because his whole thing in Battle Tenacity was he would always win, but by stupid luck. So it continues onward. Funny. So
okay, I gotta ask for one meme. Have you gotten to that meme where it's like the 2 people and they're kicking the crap out of someone, and there's the bad guy across behind a table, and then he comes over and kicks the crap out of them too? Have you gotten to that?
I mean, that kind of thing happens a lot. I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about, but I haven't seen that meme. I'd have to see the meme. You got to find the meme and link it to me.
Okay, I'll find the meme.
Okay, all right.
I saw that one. That meme template was around for so long, and I'm very curious of when it happened. So
So anyway, I eventually finished up Stardust Crusaders, and it was good. Dio, it turns out Dio's stand is the world, and the world ends up going through doing a bunch of cool stuff. They fight, big battle, wrap it all up. Dio's gone, in theory. We then go to part 4, which is Diamond is Unbreakable, where it turns out Joseph played around a little bit and has an illegitimate son who also has a stand. So he sends Jotaro over to try and figure out this whole situation. Turns out Josuke, this guy, is like awesome. And I'm liking this season better because I took almost like a 6-month break because Stardust Crusaders just kind of burned me out with and there's another guy to fight, and there's another guy to fight, and there's another guy to
like
fight.
Me with Dressrosa.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, how many people are going to fight? But these ones are being broken up so far into like 2-episode arcs. And it's actually, and they're just in Josuke's town resolving the issue. So I'm digging that. I'm digging that we're just kind of, it almost feels like the stakes are way lower because they're basically dealing with a guy that could use a bow to give people stand powers. And somehow this is linked to Dio, and we don't fully know at the moment what's going on. Dio's always the bad guy. I mean,
obviously. Yeah. You got to keep something consistent.
Yeah. But I will say, Dan, now that you're going through One Piece, I do think it's time for you to watch peak anime and watch JoJo. You got to watch peak anime. It's peak.
I will, you know what? I'll give it a shot. But I will let you pick 2 episodes for me to watch.
Oh, I gotta pick 2 episodes?
Because
all
you
right,
said that most of them are a 2-episode arc.
Well, that's Josuke's arc. But I mean, most of the fights are like 2 to 3 episodes. I can just pick a good, solid battle.
Exactly. Pick something good to make me go, okay, so this is the actual JoJo.
Yeah, like the best representation of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure that is supposed to convince you to then watch.
Exactly, because everything that I've heard does not make me want to watch the first season.
Yeah, no, in our live chat,
because
because Dan and I have been filming these anime podcasty kind of things live with the audience. They're telling me that what we should do is just be aware season 1 is like a totally different show. And I agree. Season 1 almost made me not want to watch it, which is why I said you want it for the background, but the flavor of JoJo is totally different from Battle Tenacity on.
And that's why I feel like you and the audience will be able to pick something to really show me what it's actually about so I can go, okay, that's what I'm getting into.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll let the commenters of this one-off thing help me decide what you need to watch to convince you to watch peak anime. So yes. Okay, next up on the list, Dan, let's talk about Metallic Rouge, because then we're going to go into solo leveling, and I guess it's Freean? Is that how you say it?
Free run.
Free run. Free
yeah,
run.
There's a second, yeah,
I'm
there's
never
going
to say it right.
Nope, you're not. I knew you wouldn't.
Free run.
Free run, yeah.
Free run.
You know what? You can say it like that. Free run.
Free run. Free run.
Yeah,
okay. You know what? I'll do that real quick. So I started Free Run because everyone is telling me I need to watch this. I started it and then realized it's more of a serious tone and Natalie might like it, which is why I only ended up watching episode 1 because we started it over and watched episode 1 with her. Because she'll never watch JoJo, but she'll watch One Piece. So it's
right. Okay.
So I know it's like a lot of people loved it, and I really loved the first episode. But just tell me this, Dan. The vibe I'm getting is that this is just going to be a lot of crying throughout the whole series.
No.
No? Okay.
So,
because the vibe I'm getting is that everyone she knows is going to die as she continues to age past them all,
yes.
and she's not really aware.
That's kind of what the show is so good about, because it's focusing on this character that does not perceive time in the same way that we do, so she doesn't really experience emotions in the same way that we do. So it's kind of showing us like how this powerful mage can live in this world after defeating, I think it was like the Demon Lord or whatever, and you see kind of how this kind of person lives in a world after that, how they do just not really care about their friend that lived for 40 years, because to her it's a blink of an eye.
Right.
Oh, she has to be in prison for 4 years? Whatever. And everyone else is like, no, that's a long time for us.
Right.
Like, we can't do that. And so it kind of goes through and shows you kind of how she reacts to different people throughout, because she's seen the history that led to this point, as well as the different people. The fact that you'll find out later on, like her friends, they've got apprentices. She's going to be around, so obviously they want her to take on their apprentice and stuff like that. And
she brought on the young girl for the first episode. Yeah, Hyder,
so
I think it's Hyder.
I can't remember her name. I'm not good with names.
Well, I have a feeling none of that original party's gonna, like, Himmel already died, so it's in the first episode. I'm like, I don't think Hyder or the Dwarf are gonna be around much longer. We're moving real quick here.
I mean, we're moving on to their apprentices, and but that's kind of what makes it great, because she gets to experience and saw the growth of the people before, and gets to experience this generational change of how when people pass on their knowledge, it changes and evolves because they find new people. It's just really, really good. And apparently, I only learned this from Reddit the other day. Apparently, it's a cultural phenomenon in Japan right now. Like, it is.
I've never heard of a story like this. You always hear, I think one of the best examples that I remember being close to this was Lord of the Rings, actually, where they talk about how Legolas and all the elves, this is just a blink of their eye. Like, this is nothing.
Yeah.
Like, this whole adventure is going to be nothing in their lifespan. And then when Freerun started up, that's what I was like, oh, this is a blink in the eye. Which is, I feel like this is gonna be sad, because she's gonna keep watching people die over and over.
It's kind of a, I'm trying to say it without like spoiling anything, but it feels more like she meets people that kind of teach her humanity, teach her that life, for like, it's, yes, for her it's basically eternal, but it's not for everyone else, and she needs to like notice and acknowledge the beauty of those fleeting moments, and kind of like that kind of stuff.
Dan, since when have you ever spoken so eloquently?
I know. Freerun does that to you, man. It does it to you. I need to keep watching, because I tend to watch these shows that are on simulcast on Crunchyroll as like binge watch a portion. Now it's just sub.
Yeah.
I wait, and then
we are the dub degenerates. That's what Dan and I have named the show.
Don't remember that title when we go into Solo Leveling, but but overall, like, I love it because it just shows a different tone to kind of anime worlds that we're kind of used to. Okay. And I like that. It's a different point of view. So.
Yeah, I mean, I loved the first episode. It was a little bit slower than
one Natalie will love.
Oh yeah, she liked the first episode, so we're gonna see where it goes. And so I watched that. And then Metallic Rouge will be the last one that we can both talk about, because then I'm going to tell you why I don't like Solo Leveling. Oh,
okay. And I'll tell you some of the things I realized about Solo Leveling and why it's not as bad as I originally said. But go ahead.
Okay. Well, Metallic Rouge, we picked up. I think they're doing a great job right now. Of that first episode hooked you into the series. I got really hooked into the idea, and the second episode started developing a little of the world. But these episodes 3 and 4 really show how the Neons are treated, what's going on, how they've been treated since the war, why Rouge is different from everyone else. I really loved that. I do love it. I commented this to you. The situation of episode 3 and 4, in which she ends up with a group of Neons that want to use her as a sign of hope because she has free will, and then ends up finding, what is the group of bad guys called, Dan? What are they? Because she finds the second one.
Yeah, I don't remember what they're called. I just noticed that they shoot people.
Yeah, well, the group of bad guys, she finds the second one. And all of this is because her friend Naomi gave away her chocolates. And so she needed to go find chocolate, which led down this whole adventure. And Dan was like, I didn't realize that. Yes.
It's what, honestly, that kind of storytelling device is one of my favorites, because it's the most realistic. That, like, the main character is just like, God, I lost my shoe. I need to go get new shoes. And oh my gosh, it turns out there's a gang operation at the shoe store. Like, that kind of ridiculous. I love that storytelling device.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed it. These whole 2 episodes, I feel like it was really just more setting up the entire world, because there's a lot of world building in this, discussing what the Neons are, which is what Rouge is, and how they were used by the humans. And when the humans are done with them, they kind of shovel them over to this, like, planet base. Was it a planet or just a city? I thought it was a planet where they were putting them.
I thought it was a city. I
A
thought it
city
was
on
like
a planet or something like that.
Yeah,
but,
something like that.
but they're shoved
it's-
off over to this location, and they still need to abide by the rules of obeying humans. Like they can't just. They're not. They're never free. They still have to obey these rules, and she doesn't. So I liked that whole thing. The reveal of the doctor really did. I didn't see that coming.
No.
But I don't. The fight wasn't as intense as the first 2 episodes. I think the first 2 episodes had better fighting. Feel like these two were all about building up this world.
Yeah, I actually, it's interesting you say world building. I don't know if I said this to you on the air, off the air, or even if I just had the mental conversation with you, but I feel like in Metallic Rouge, it's not so much world building, but world revealing. And I feel like that's a key difference. And I notice it more because we were watching it side by side with Solo Leveling, where Solo Leveling feels like world building. You're shown so little, and then you're introduced to the rest as you watch this character. Whereas Metallic Rouge, it's like this world is going, everything's happening, everything already exists. You've seen it. Now we're going to slowly open up these compartments to explain who the Neons are, who these bad guys are, why they're doing this. And it's
Metallic Rouge feels lived in, while Solo Leveling is building it around us watching it.
Exactly. The best comparison, I will say, with Metallic Rouge in terms of the storytelling and kind of the vibe, it feels like Full Metal Alchemist. In the sense
is that why you're liking it?
I'm not saying in terms of quality. Nothing reaches Full Metal for me. But kind of in the sense of Full Metal Alchemist, and I think this is the reason why it's so good, and I'm sure Metallic Rouge at the end might reach that point, but it feels like you're put into this world, and the world is revealed to you as you go throughout, whereas there's other shows like Jujutsu Kaisen, I'll use as an example, where it's world building because you're shown such this small portion of these 3 kids, cursed energy, the guy that's super overpower. And then as you start going out, you start going, but there's also cursed beings that can talk. There's those that are above that. And it's kind of the building.
And some guy's a panda.
And one guy's a panda. Exactly. And one guy can only talk in like sushi recipe ingredients or whatever.
I haven't met him yet. I'm not the panda guy. But first thing I did was like, is he just a panda? He's just a panda.
He's just a panda. When you learn more about him later, though, you're like, okay, he's more than just a panda, but he's still just a panda. I just kind of like that, and I like it because it's different, and it's not a cut and paste like most of the other anime I watch. And I'm not saying that's bad in any way, but I'm saying Metallic Rouge is just something different that also requires a different kind of mindset and mood when watching versus some of the other ones, at least for me personally. But overall, in terms of the quality of the show, I'm really enjoying it. I like all these reveals. I like that I don't fully know who's on which side outside of the main girl.
So
like, even the girl with the bird, I don't know.
I'm starting to wonder if Naomi's not on her side.
I don't think she is.
You think so?
Or I think either she's not, or the bird that she has is going to have some sort of like transmitter that she's not aware of. Like she's broadcasting all this information to the group of people they don't want to know this stuff. Like, but there seems something iffy with her. Maybe she's good, but not for the right reasons.
Right.
Or
is there a manga to this one? I swear that there has to be. All this stuff is.
I don't know anime that's not based on manga at this point.
That's what I'm saying. Like it has to be, and I'm wondering if like I could just grab it and read it. Like I liked. Oh, hey Dan.
Yeah,
it's a webtoon.
Hey,
I did not realize that. I was like, I'll just buy the manga and read what's going on with this because I really love this world.
Yeah, it's fun and it's different, and I like that. Like it's been a while since I've watched a show with this kind of vibe. I think the only other real comparison
here's the full thing because I know someone's going to correct me.
Okay,
it is an original anime television series by Bones. There is no manga, no webtoon. It is being adapted to a webtoon serialization version, and it will start in March on Webtoons.
And we're 100% sure this was not originally a web novel.
Nope. It says it's an original anime television series. Bones created it for its 25th anniversary.
That 25th anniversary of what?
Bones, the company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. They're one of the bigger anime producers.
Gotcha.
They made Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, it makes so much sense. Oh my gosh, talk about like perfect with what I'm saying because it fits that vibe. Like,
you're literally watching the company that made Full Metal Alchemist, and I didn't recognize the series before that, so I'm going to assume that was their first big hit because there's like 4 before that. And their 25th anniversary is this show, and
I love it. But it makes so much sense because I recently I started a rewatch of Full Metal, and I'm like,
it's that studio. That studio is making this.
That's amazing because it's Full Metal, just sci-fi Full Metal.
Yeah,
instead of like cyberpunkish.
But we before we move to Solo Leveling and why I think I'm disliking it, okay? I do want to comment. Dan and I, the soundtrack to Metallic Rouge is amazing, and there's one song. What's the line?
It's first
the time
off,
for fighting.
It gives me vibes of Bleach, like fight music. But yeah, it's like it's time for the good fight.
You're like, oh, I guess they're gonna fight now. The music's incredible.
I love it so much.
But the reason I thought about it is when you meet the protagonist of the episode 4, that song kicks up, and I'm like, well, I guess they're gonna battle. I guess we're done talking.
I just love it because they're just like, you know what? We're not gonna confuse anyone. It's time to fight, guys.
It's time to fight. Oh, but it's great. All right, so Solo Leveling, which is what started the idea behind the Dub Degenerates podcast.
Ironically.
Yeah. So I'm not a fan of doing subtitles on shows. I can watch a subtitled show. I don't like watching it if I know what's going to happen because of the manga. So when I watched Free Run and I was watching JoJo and I was watching Metallic Rouge, I'm like, you know what? Dan's going to keep watching this. Why don't I reread Solo Leveling? Let me do that instead, so I can still talk to you about it. But because it's so close to the manga, but you can tell me what stands out and what's different.
Okay.
So I read volumes 1 through 7 in a sitting. Like I can binge read if I need to.
I mean, so I will say, Solo Leveling is one of the most addictive binge reads.
Oh, it is. I will say it's a super easy read. If you're looking for an easy read, you can veg out with Solo Leveling. Super simple. It just flows so well. But I've decided I don't know if I'm ever going to like it. Mm-hmm. My point is, after reading all 7 volumes, the protagonist never seems to have any conflict, never problems, no issues that he can't instantaneously resolve with a potion or a level up or a skill. 7 volumes in, I'm liking it. And I realized by like 5 or 6 or so, I was starting to, okay, so what's going to be the resolution? Because he has 0 issues. Everyone jokes about a Mary Sue. I don't call him a Mary Sue because he's technically learning all these abilities, but he has yet to run into any problem. And I realized that when mild spoilers, I'm not going to say much about it because I don't want to go deep into it, but he does a tower climb, and basically the tower climb just works entirely in his favor. And I'm like, and the reason why it stood out to me was at no point did you worry about him. Mm-hmm. Like there's no point in that story where you're like, oh my God, is he going to make it? No, because you knew he would the whole way through the story.
Just out of curiosity, how many stories of this type have you read before?
Webtoons, the webtoons that I've read are actually horror based or comedy based. I don't normally read a lot of these, like the drama or the action.
Okay, because this one, it's
like my webtoons recommendation was like Stagtown. I had a thing that was like Stagtown. I told you about Stagtown.
Yeah.
I had those 2. And then I had a few comedy ones. Like right now I'm reading Swolemates, which is like a romantic comedy about this girl who was an esports gamer who got really, really good. And then she had anxiety and couldn't do the actual match. So instead she filled her life with working out and got so jacked that everyone admires her jackedness. And then she meets this really cringy TikTok guy. And then and then they start having like back and forth, and he asks her to train him, and she does. And then he gets really good at that. And then they fight in like an esports kind of thing. And they discover that she's good at that. And then it's like a whole thing. And right now we don't know if they're going to end up together or not, but her sister turns out to also be a TikTok star, but she's like a total bitch, Dan. She's like a total bitch to her sister and to Brayden, the guy. And now we don't know what's going to happen. She wanted to collab with Brayden. Brayden told her no, because she wants to still work. Anyway, that's Swolemates.
Well, the reason I bring it up is it's very much following a formula, because I read pretty much every webtoon I read is very much this style of webtoon. Portal opens up, tower
Chat says that it's
appears.
considered power fantasy.
Yeah, it's a power fantasy. Yeah. If it's following the story progression that I think it is, either volume 8 or volume 9 is going to be when he finally finds something that he's shocked is on his level, because at this point they had to show you how he was against the world, then how he was against his specialty dungeon, then how he was against the real world other hunters.
Yeah, as like, let's not spoil
problems.
beyond the anime. I want us to avoid doing that. But
Yes, I mean, I'm saying it very generically because of that reason. So I fully understand where you're getting at, though, because if you're not a fan of power fantasies,
I don't dislike it. But I mean, I read a lot of novels, I read a lot of comic books, I read a lot of manga, I watch a lot of anime, and this is not in my normal wheelhouse to just watch a guy who doesn't really have a struggle. Like, I'm waiting for the struggle, the normal hero's journey, or like something along those lines where like there's a up and down, a yo-yo effect, or things like that. One thing I like about JoJo is they always overcome the issue, but they always get presented with like, well, how are we gonna get out of this? Dio! Like,
right. Yeah, the difference with power fantasies is that what you're looking that look for the struggle with power fantasies, that's their origin.
Yeah.
They were always
because like even Metallic Rouge has already had like a mild struggle of her dealing with how the other neons are treated versus her. She's still able to basically one up anyone in combat, but we're having a struggle with like the more humane side of her. You know what I mean? Like so. I mean, I like solo leveling, but I definitely, because I know you're like solo leveling's peak for me. I love this manga.
I do. I love it.
So I don't think I'd rank it that high for me. But so what happened in these 2 particular episodes that I read the manga instead?
Okay, so I'm going to, just to prevent spoiling, I'm going to take a quick moment to open it just so I can see, because like I said, I do not want to spoil.
Yeah.
Just give me just a moment. All right, so in the last 2 episodes, episodes 4 and 5, it's the transition of his One Punch Man routine into the character that becomes
right. The cliffhanger I was left on was the wolves. He goes to the dungeon, meets the wolves, and that was the
so the episode 4, he's in that dungeon. It shows a lot of blood, gore, all that stuff, because he's just slaughtering all these animals. He's finally starting to level up. We finally start getting introduced to the system. Basically, inventory. The fact that he's leveling up. He gets stats, he gets loot, he gets all this different stuff. It's the introduction to that. And then episode 5 is kind of everyone else noticing this guy's changed. Like, remember how in episode 1 I was talking about how he physically changes.
Yeah, he gets taller. They make a big point about you're taller. How are you taller?
Episode 5 is that episode where everyone starts noticing, holy crap, this guy's ripped. He's taller. Like, he's confident. And it goes up to the point where they go into the first dungeon, where he's with the trust fund kid and a bunch of...
I like the trust fund kid.
Yeah,
as the volumes evolved, he really grew on me.
He's a fun character. I like it. He starts off kind of like, you annoying little bugger.
He did. He started
like,
annoying as hell.
Yeah,
as it goes, though, I really liked him.
And then it ends where they are in the room with the spider boss, and the other group left, trapped them in there, and he's like, I'm gonna solo this. I got it.
He's gonna solo level.
Yeah.
Did he say the name?
Yes, solo leveling. So I will say this, and I apologize for saying it's a bad show when it first came out. I realized as I was watching, I'll still stick by episode 1 and 2, a little oddly paced.
Yeah.
Yes. But I realized as I was looking at this, I was being a lot more harsh for the same reason everyone goes, the books are better. Because in my head, my imagination when reading it was better than the show, because obviously it's my imagination. Like, everything's over the top. I can do anything in my imagination.
And you're also going to get to the issue if you're comparing the animation to Metallic Rouge, which the fight sequences are insane.
Exactly. And so I was it wasn't until I looked at some of the comments in our last video, because there were quite a few people that were like, I never read the manga, never heard of this, and I am loving it. And so I kind of went into these 2 episodes trying to keep myself in that mindset of, if I don't know what is going to happen,
Okay.
am I going to enjoy what is in this episode? And I will say, I did. I thought that these 2 were actually very well paced in the fact that episode 4, they introduce you to everything. One, the fact of he gets rewards from finishing his quests, what happens when he doesn't do them, like how it improves him. It just fully introduces you to the system. And then episode 5 shows you what he can do with that. And then episode 6 and further, I feel like we're going to get into that point where we're like, okay, we've got our main protagonist. Now let's see him go from here to even higher.
Right.
Like, that's where it feels like we are. And looking at it from a point of view of, I don't know what's happening, it's really good. But I will also say, looking at it at the point of view of, I do know what's happening, I'm bummed because at the pace they're going, they're not going to get to the point I want them to.
Yeah, no, and I think that's my issue, especially just rereading the volumes. They're trying to make this like a 8-season series at this pacing.
Which I will say, if they're able to do it, I think this is the kind of show that when it gets that, if it gets that second season, it'll be a second season with a budget, and we start seeing a lot more cool fights and stuff.
I can almost guarantee it's going to get a second season. Like, it's too much of a fan base for Solo Leveling. And across the board, people are enjoying the anime. The pacing is the issue a lot of people are also complaining about when I've looked into it. But that doesn't mean they're disenjoying the anime. And I do apologize to those who thought we were not liking it. We didn't like the pacing.
Yeah.
I do feel this is an issue I have with a lot of our podcast stuff we do. You try to critique things, and it comes across like you don't like it. But we're only critiquing because we enjoy it.
That, and it's also, my list of critiques is a lot shorter than the list of things I loved about it.
Exactly. You know, it's easier to talk about what we enjoy. Like, that's why we started it off with his One Piece, my JoJo. It's like, okay, what are we enjoying? Let's go into that.
Right.
You know, and in Solo Leveling, I do like. I just don't think it's, having gone through it, I don't think it's the kind of thing that I'm going to be like, oh man, you gotta read Solo Leveling. But if you're looking for a power fantasy, or somebody else called it a light RPG, yeah, I think it's probably one of the better.
It's an RPG on casual, for sure.
I've seen these kinds of these storylines before, and like it falls into that, you know.
Yeah,
So
and I will say,
ones.
I feel like this show is going to be the same as the manhwa. It's going to be better as a binge. I think this show is.
You know what, though,
like,
Dad? I don't like using that. I don't like using that because the fact of the matter is, any show with an ongoing arc is a better in a binge. And I'd say 90% of the anime I watch are 20-episode arcs, so it'd be better in a binge.
The reason why I disagree with that, obviously, yes, most things are better in a binge. I say that with this one because of the poor pacing. If you watch it as a binge, you don't notice the poor pacing, as opposed to when you're kind of like the Dragon Ball symptom, where you're watching it weekly and you're like, that's how it ends? Now I gotta wait for them to read.
Well, yeah, so people keep telling me.
That's
what people kept telling me in Dressrosa, where I'm like, if you were reading this weekly, holy crap. Because like that's, I'll mention 2 manga that I'm reading right now. This is, since we turned this into a podcast, holy crap.
Yeah, let's move this into kind of our various ones, because I have some anime.
Okay, but we got to go quick because we're already at 45 minutes of the Dungeon Degenerates.
I know. We're degenerates. What can I say?
So talk about manga real quick that I'm also reading that isn't in there. Not going to spoil Chainsaw Man or My Hero, but I am going to say currently reading them, I don't like the direction either of them is going. I have a fear. Chainsaw Man ended its major arc, and it feels like they've been looking for something else since then, and I don't like the direction a lot of it's been taking. They're kind of correcting it, and it's good, and I'm enjoying it a little bit more than I was. But, like, they introduced a new character, and that's not really a spoiler, it's just a new character, Asa, and they focused on Asa for a very long time. And as I was starting to enjoy Asa, they realized no one was reading, and they went back to Denji. And now it's almost like, okay, well, now we got to build up Denji's current situation, and that's kind of what we've been focusing on. It's a weird decision. I hope that they can kind of get it back on track, and as most manga, it might just read better as a full thing once it's all done and they figured out what they're doing. My Hero is what I feel a lot of people reading One Piece are dealing with, because My Hero has been in the final war for like 6 months.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that war was going when I last was watching, which was a long time ago.
I don't want to spoil any of it other than it is taking forever to the point where I'm hating it. But the thing is, I know for a fact when it's done, it's going to be beautiful in anime and the volumes are going to be great because there's no wait anymore.
So when you experience it the way I will,
yeah,
it'll be
yeah.
not too bad.
I think the worst problem is, and I will comment on this, is the My Hero Academia guy is in bad health, like very bad health.
Easy.
So what's making it worse is he's still pushing through that. But instead of doing like 20-page things, which is what they normally do with manga, he's doing like 10-page to 13-page. He's doing what he can, which is making this drag out even longer.
Yeah,
so
it's one of those ones you can't get mad because at the end of the day, you're getting more than probably
right. The fact
should.
that he's even doing it is like, okay, man, like I get what you're going for. I just wish you could go faster. But yeah, no, I read those, and that's what I'm currently reading. That's not One Piece or Dragon Ball. I'm almost caught up with Dragon Ball. We'll make it a video on that, and I'm going to start. I've got Berserk opened up, and I'm going to start rereading Berserk to have an episode for that out soon. But that's where I'm at with those. What are you reading right now, Dan?
By reading, you mean watching? Because I don't read.
I thought you were reading webtoons.
I haven't. I mean, I've been reading the same webtoons for quite a long while now. So it's still the same. Villain to Kill. If you guys are interested in fun power fantasies, Villain to Kill. It's about a world where there's villains, there's heroes. A hero dies, he becomes a villain. It's about him, and he's badass.
Okay.
So, very much the power fantasy. He's the power.
You seem to really enjoy these power fantasy story arcs.
I love them because I'm not a fan of some of the. I mean, One Piece. Some moments where you're like, okay, I get this. I get that they want to stretch this out, but Luffy just showed off this amazing transformation, and that's not enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my complaint with Dressrosa. Yeah.
Like, yeah, because a lot of it, you're like, honestly, with the Luffy thing with Gear 4, I'm like, I'm sorry, you just revealed you knew this since the island, and this is when you try to use it. Like, there are plenty of times, dude. But anyway, back to other things I've been watching. I rewatched Mashal. You still need to watch it.
Well, I had to pick that or Freerun to start up this week, and I picked Freerun. So
I will say Freerun is definitely a you and Natalie show. Mashal is going to be a you show.
I know, but I want to get through Josuke's arc right now, okay? Let me get through Josuke's arc.
No, that's totally fair.
I want to get through Diamond is Unbreakable. I'm really enjoying Diamond is Unbreakable, so.
That's fair.
I was like, because I sat down and I was like, I could finish Jujutsu Kaisen, I can finish JoJo, or I could start Mashal. And I was like, well, let me finish one of the other two I started.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm actually rewatching Jujutsu Kaisen right now because I love it. I'm watching season 2 again because, like many people know, I do multiple things, so I miss stuff, obviously. So I'm rewatching it because I also I remember how kind of awesome and terrible the stuff is with Sukuna. If you've watched season 2, you know exactly.
I'm only at episode 8 on that one, and then I had I
me just saying his name, not going to spoil anything.
Okay.
So been really enjoying that. There was another anime I watched that's one of those. It's a 12-episode single season, one and done kind of anime. There's hundreds of them out there, and this one's called. I want to get the right now. Oh, there's 2 actually. One was Dead Mount Death Play. It's about basically a reincarnation story, but of the corpse god, and he gets reincarnated into this kid's body, and then you see kind of him trying to live in a modern world. Quite fun, a lot of action in that one. There's a new starting one, The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic. Actually kind of hilarious. A lot of one season anime is about healers, I've noticed, and I actually kind of dig it.
Okay, that's because you're a healer.
It is entirely
healers, yeah.
But this is one where 3 people get sent to this world. One of them turns out to be a healer, but it turns out in this world, the healers are treated like basically like they're the army. So he's getting sent through this intense workout, getting rocks thrown at him and stuff like that. It's actually really good. It's really fun. And then the last one I wanted to mention, where was it? Because there's a ton of other good ones, but I just want to mention this one. The Great Cleric Once again, another healer story. It's about this kid that just shows up in this world. He decides to be a healer. Turns out in this world, healers are kind of douchebags because they overcharge everyone. When you have the minorest injury and you have to go see a doctor.
So it's
I
America.
wonder if
Got
there's
it.
social commentary. No, but anyway, the other clerics are all douches, so he gets treated that way, but he's not that way. It's a really fun one. Just one of those fun one and done kind of
Yeah.
anime. But and then one more.
Okay,
My
all
unique skill makes me. I could go on. I'm looking through my
Watch
like,
list.
watch history, and I'm like, I've been watching so much crap. My unique skill makes me OP even at level 1. It's a kid who shows up in this world. He's a slime drop, and he can only be level 1, but his drop stats are super high, so he gets awesome loot that everyone else doesn't get. So those are some of the anime that I have been watching.
Our chat has decided you are the true isekai trash man.
I am. Honestly, you know what? We're going to have, but this is Dan's trash corner. This is the trash heap.
I love that we named this podcast Dub Degenerates. You are the isekai trash man. Okay. I'm just betting. I'm just betting. All right. Well, anyway, guys, if you're watching this on the YouTube channel, I'm trying out a few ideas to get more videos out of here on Comicstorian, one of which has turned into this. What started as just me and Dan watching the 2 new anime to see what's up. We decided we enjoyed doing this, and if you continue to enjoy watching this, then we're going to keep making these. We've decided the name of the show will be the Dub Degenerates because we enjoy watching dub. We can watch sub, but we can't play other games while watching sub.
Exactly.
That's the whole, like, everyone's like, why are you watching the dub? Because I can play Pal World while I watch it.
Exactly. I'm doing Black Desert Online, and I got a show.
I'm playing Grand Blue Fantasy going, man, this is just One Piece with knights.
Okay. I'm going to just say, that's impressive if you can watch a show with Grand Blue. I tried that, and I was like, I'm sorry, Grand Blue
You
is
got to
very
pause the
well-paced.
show when they go in the cutscenes. I mean, you can't.
It's so well paced.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. That's a different. That's a different channel we got, which is called Eligible Monster. If you're
Gaming
interested.
more. All right, guys. If you really do enjoy the Dub Degenerate podcast and you want me and Dan to try and do this it'll probably be every other week just because of our schedule. Plus, I feel watching most of these anime at 2-episode blocks is better. Because if we had made one last week, it would have Metallic Rouge would have been on the cliffhanger, and you know.
And then it would be half a podcast of me going, so I rewatched this or I started watching this one.
Yeah.
Because I watch a lot of shit.
But if you guys enjoy this, let us know in the comments down below. We'll keep making these. We're going to try to get them out closer to the beginning of the week so they don't collide with the One Piece thing. And I'm going to start trying to reread Berserk, and I've got to start Black Clover. By doing One Piece in smaller batches, as I'm now doing, because I did 15 chapters, which for the record, it turned out to be the entirety of Sanji's origin story. So that's going to be this week's thing. So it worked out well. We'll be able to work in some more stuff, but I really want to keep working on this channel, and I enjoy all the guys who have given me support for the last year of me finding what I want to do with it, and we're going to try a lot more. So thank you so much. We'll see you next time right here at the Dub Degenerates.
Yeah, no,
Damn, that was a 53-minute podcast.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, honestly, I've learned with podcasts, if someone wants to watch a podcast, they usually want to watch a long podcast because most people put it on when they're in a car.
Dub Degenerates is a good title. Thank you. Yeah, I was trying to think of something like that, and I was the idea came out of listening to a song from Guilty Gear. I can't play it here. Oh, what is it called? I can't play it because we'll just get shut down. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. Oh.
Facts. If you're multitasking, you can fail at both things at once. Exactly. Efficiency.
What was it? I don't know what it's called. I can't find the name of it because the soundtrack.
So for the record, guys, I binge these trash
Subhuman
animes.
Self. Look up Subhuman Self. It's a really good song. But for some reason, that got me to think that Dan and I are degenerates, and Dan likes alliteration.
I love alliteration.
Right, and also it turned into the joke of we could open up every episode with going, "Welcome back to the Double D."
And you didn't even do it this time.
Well, I had to introduce the show as the Dub Degenerates, otherwise that doesn't make any sense to people first.
And then I'll yeah, I like it. But those one season anime, I literally binge it in a single evening.
Oh yeah, I mean,
that's why I go through so many. and why I rewatch so many and why I have so much to talk to you guys about.
Saya Manga. I don't usually watch you guys your anime manga content, but this was good. I'm trying to get more into people apparently seem to like. This is the funniest thing about Comicstorian. One, people assumed it was the first iteration of Comicstorian, and I'll excuse that one because you have to have seen the other versions to know it existed. But then they're assuming that I've never read manga or watched anime. And so for the entire year of doing my One Piece reviews, everyone's like, "Oh my God, Betty's finally watching manga and anime," and I'm like, "I'm what? No, I'm not."
It's because, and I've learned this. So many YouTubers out there, it's their first time. So basically, if you don't say you've done something, to the viewer's perception, it does not exist in your world until you have spoken about it. And that is the first time you have ever experienced it.
So, all right. Well, Dan, I'm going to boot you out because we are about a half hour past what I thought was going to be the start time for the Suicide Squad portion.
Oh. Okay.
So,
hi, everybody. Have a wonderful time.
But yeah, good job, Dan. Tomorrow we'll record the other 3 videos, which is the problem with the Batman situation with Suicide Squad. We're also then going to film my One Piece takes, and we're going to film the problem with rebooting the TMT. We'll do both the problem withs here live for you guys to watch on this channel. It'll be a little earlier, though, because I'm going to go live tomorrow with Ryan, Bob, and Dell on Lethal Company. So I have a timetable for Dan and I to work with.
There you go.
But we're going to switch over to Suicide Squad finally. Dan.
I get excited. I can't stop talking when I get excited, okay?
All right. I'll talk to you later, Dan.
All right. See ya. Have fun.
Woo! And I'm back into Quana. All right, let's play some Suicide Squad chat and talk about all your favorite anime and manga. If Sean is still watching, please jump into the chat and tell them why JoJo is peak anime. You know, we watched anime, you just don't like watch us do stuff that I originally found them for, like you guys are comics, gaming YouTubers. Hey, Sean.
I had to turn off that sound.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, I didn't realize we were going to talk for that long. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I was just doing more missions in Grand Blue.
I'm at the last boss, so tonight we can do some co-op shit.
Yeah, I just unlocked very hard. So
wait, if Comic Jesus can Anime Jesus, then finally answers the question. You're not online on here? Oh, no, you're not, because you're... No, I do not give a shit. Go away, scam.
I am booting up.
Is Alex here? Oh yeah, this game is super quiet. I gotta turn it up. To be honest, instead of Suicide Squad, you finally bought Arkham Knight? That's fine. I hate Arkham Knight. I think Arkham Knight's trash. Oh, I gotta do a redo for Kevin real quick for the Arkham Knight video. Batman taunts Bruce. One sec, guys. This is a redo for a video. Joker taunts Bruce. Joker taunts Batman. You love JoJo, Jokesama? What's up over there on the YouTube side? Sorry if I wasn't responding to you. Obviously, we were filming that. Oh, you're in my favorites. You're over here now. You like Night more than City? I like City more than Night. Night just was too focused on that bat tank. I hated it. What did we all name the clan? Shadow Pact. I looked up team names in DC and got one that I could. It was Shadow Pact. Which I don't even know what that was. Apparently it's the Spectre's team. I don't even know about that. Which Arkham game is my favorite? I'd say City. City's probably my favorite. I actually liked Origins as well. I liked City, Asylum, Origins. If I have to rank the Arkham series, I'd say in that order right there. I don't consider this an Arkham game. There's too many contradictions. They did it as a selling point, and I'm fine with that. I get it. I know marketing. I do think I wish they had thought about it a little bit better, because I could have told them it was going to be a bad idea to do that, but just knowing the fandom, I would have been like, guys, you know, if you slap the Arkhamverse on this, there's going to be an expectation of a certain story style and a certain gameplay style.
Come on, TFX. One more
No, Boomerang's my main, please. I'm leveling up Shark for the trophy right now.
Brainiac's parked an artillery battery at the docks. Get rid of it.
It makes total sense, Tevia. They made Deadshot black because otherwise your entire cast is nothing but white people. I completely understand why they did it. It makes total sense when you're trying to do a team-based game. You want to have every demographic covered. Especially in a game that's like this, where the characters are who you're going to be. It's not like Destiny where you can be maskless and be whoever you want. So I get why they did it. I don't think it was from a storytelling standpoint, though. But once again, I'm okay with that. You need to have a game has everyone can identify with someone on the cast. Where's our target? There we go.
You will break first, Task Force X. I need this. You were just feeding a momentary set of mutable desires.
Yeah, I wish they just use a Bloodsport or somebody like that. I already did that one. But I get why they did it, and it's fine. And they actually, if you look into the story behind the change, they actually made it work. I will say that. Black Deadshot, we'll call him Black Shot, and then there's White Shot. Black Shot retired as Deadshot, and White Shot took over and then got people looking for Black Shot again. He had retired to go be with his daughter, so he angrily went after White Shot. And then in their final fight, he killed White Shot, but Green Lantern saw what was going on, assumed it was Black Shot, arrested him, and that's the plot. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. You made it work.
Take out another one, and Brainiac's got one less toehold in our dimension.
I think they fixed the volume of the game, because now it sounds loud. You with me, Sean? There you are.
Yes.
This is a shit ton of XP, just a warning.
I'm not Boomerang, so I'll probably swap to Harley after this.
Apparently Harley's the OP one in the game.
Using his full strength. Distasteful, and yet.
Yeah, so Jon Stewart's the one that screwed up. I actually like the story they did. Like, they made it work in lore, but that's a part of the problem. You have to dig up that lore in his audio logs. Like, that's the story that should have been front and center. Just like the story of how the Justice League got taken over should have been front and center. It's just a lot of interesting storytelling decisions that they made. What the hell? You dead?
Yeah, I forgot how to play the game.
You forgot it? You're the one that said we shouldn't play it until we streamed it.
Yeah, but see, that's the good part. Now I don't know how to play the game, and it's fun again. I'm just kidding.
Supply to throw at the weapon.
I keep forgetting there's no, like, just run button.
Yeah, it's that weird dodge option.
Unless you're Shark. Shark can run. Everyone else is just, like, kind of there.
Is that why you like Shark?
Yes. Honestly.
It's funny because I like Boomerang because of throwing the boomerang and the teleporting and shit.
I can't hear over the
We need 2 more to break this current one up.
There are only hope against the weapon. Show me what to destroy next.
change up the variables. A new firing pattern for Task Force X.
Ah! This fucking wall.
Say, Harkness. Well,
Oh my god.
first time. How
What?
many times will you come to Boomerang's aid before you admit he's a
I really don't like Boomerang's movement.
It takes a lot of getting used to, but once you have it, I found it to be the superior.
Yeah.
But it works that you like King Shark and I like Boomerang, so.
I think it's just that we also ran through so quickly.
What do you mean?
Like, I didn't spend as much time doing Boomerang as I did Shark.
Oh yeah, no, I've got Boomerang down after doing the entire story on him.
Yeah.
See how you made it suffer.
Where's the point? Because the point's available. Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah.
The hell? I have... Did they just get rid of the Terminaut things I had?
Gather what you can.
That bull's gonna zap ya. Watch it.
Oh, shit! I couldn't get my I was literally hitting the guy for the shield, and I didn't get it in time. Most confusing thing is Batman. He had a big conclusion to a story that that was just noped for the sake of the game. Yeah, I don't... And here's what blows my mind, and I actually want to make a video about this on Friday. But I also don't want to be disrespectful to the Arkhamverse guys, so I'm going to kind of open it up in a weird way. But I just feel like there's so many better... You could have done what they wanted to do. You could have done it. This is a Arkhamverse continuation. We're going to continue the legacy of Batman. You could have done all of that. But I feel like, honestly, you could have pulled off the death at Harley Quinn, or even the death of Batman as a villain. But the way they chose to do it, I think, is the problem. And to me, it really says they misunderstood why people liked Arkham Batman the most. That's really what it says to me, because what I think they should have done is Batman starts out not being taken over by Brainiac. He's helping out the Flash. Flash gets taken over. Batman ends up getting taken over because of that as well. And then he eventually has to work against you. All the stuff can play out. But what if Batman, because he wasn't inducted for so long, breaks out at the very ending and saves the squad from Superman, and that's his final act? Like in the final scene, he's evil. Harley's got the gun to him. Superman arrives. Laser heat visions the gun out of her hands, right? And Batman jumps over as Superman's about to kill him and takes the shot, and that's how he dies. You had to have him go down heroic after you did everything with the 4 games. Even discounting Origins, he's still like a heroic guy.
Saboteurs. You're tenacious. But this is a massive living weapon. All surviving units, let's try something new. Revising firing pattern.
You could have still gotten to the end goal that they wanted, which was Batman dying as a villain, but in one last heroic moment, he turned around at the very end and saved the Suicide Squad from and just total death. It's an interesting decision. It really, and I hate being this disrespectful to Rocksteady. I really do. But I just feel like it was a misunderstanding of the character inherently. It reminds me of the misunderstanding of the people who wrote the Halo show and their misunderstanding of Master Chief. Or when 343 made a whole game that wasn't about Master Chief and then said, oh yeah, we just didn't know how much people enjoyed Master Chief.
More voltage will be mine. Beware, it's a wall of death.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he got some lines of him returning Spider-Dark, but I get a feeling they didn't. I mean, why would you plan for that? And I have a feeling what's going to happen is he's going to get saved, not say a line or two, or it'll be an impersonator for a couple lines, and then Batman's going to retire back to Gotham, and we won't see him again in the live service of this game. That would be the most respectful thing to do to him at this point.
We downed him, Shark.
Collect the Terminaut's remains. They are key to defeating the weapon. I can carry no more.
I can carry no more, Sean.
Prepare to meet your
What are your thoughts, Sean, as the more casual fan who was not like, oh, I love Arkham, and you're not the biggest Batman fan or any of that stuff?
From like the outsider's perspective of like not knowing anything, because I didn't even play the Arkham.
That's what I mean. Like, you're not some big
It-
Batman fan. Your Batman exposure is really. God damn it, the wall got me.
I think people are taking it a little too seriously. All in all, because it's like, I don't know. Because it's like if you ever see a story with Batman, he always wins. Like every time.
Yeah.
Every time. And personally, like it's different now because now I don't see him as like the good guy in this game. Like he was just straight up bad from the beginning. So like it's a different take on it, and it's a little bit. It's different, which I'm okay with, but I know a lot of people who are stuck on the story of like the origin of Batman just in general. People aren't the biggest fans of how it was portrayed. I think it was fine. I thought the death was fine. Like the game did what it wanted to do, but I mean, like you said, like I don't think they fully understood the character because of the universe that the prior games were. But
Well, none of the original Arkham team are on it to really even argue
Right.
against it. Like,
yeah, because it's not rooting my childhood of what I thought of Batman. Like I mean, Batman's still always gonna be cool because he's that one superhero that's like the normal person. That's not like a metahuman. He's just really smart and he's like
Yeah.
the Tony Stark of DC. Any one of us could be that if we wanted to be that smart.
dude, that laser blast is fucking me up.
Oh, I know. It annihilated me several times. But I mean, I think just people are just kind of blowing it. I don't want to say blowing it out of proportion, but they're focusing way more on it.
Ah!
Just
Did you die already?
yes.
Damn it, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
We'll go back and do it again.
Yep.
That mission's so wonky, but it's worth 80,000 XP.
Yeah. I screwed the pooch on that one. I kept trying to run up the cannon itself, but I keep forgetting that you can't.
Well, that should have leveled you up no matter what, right? Are you at the right level?
Yeah, I'm 20. Well, I'm 28.
Oh, never mind then.
With claws beneath and feet ahead, a cold box for Gotham's swimming dead.
But I think a good chunk of people are just hating it just to hate.
Oh, well, no,
haven't-
there's definitely that. There's a bunch of people that aren't even playing it that are just hating on it.
Now you got me wondering if Galooans even have toes.
It's funny, we had more viewers watching us talk about anime and manga than watching us do this. That's not a good sign for this game. I still love it. I mean, this is kind of an annoying mission, but I can't wait for them to do real endgame, which is next.
Yeah.
Focusing my fire as ordered, Deadshot.
What is this tank doing?
I think your Colonel Flag is simply jealous of this installation. Nothing get you in our way.
What? I blew it up and it blew me up. What?
I don't have time to
I was landing as soon as I saw that.
You all have adrenaline.
You saw that happen, right? Like,
Get one in you and get back to
I'm studying Earthling responses to this.
no, Black Sidekick. A situation came up for Sal, so he couldn't make it today. So I'm over here doing this, obviously. We can chat about whatever you guys want. We can still chat about all the topics. We're just exploring the end game of this game, which is very simple right now because it's obviously not starting for another month.
All local units prevent them from damaging the weapon.
You got it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want the fight to be too lopsided. This keeps it engaging.
He told me this morning, is why I put the tweet out, Black Sidekick.
Get those Terminot bits. We gotta use them against that thing.
Looks like you might have hit a wall here, Task Force X.
Trying to do all my specials like I'm playing Grand Blue. Good God.
You've been playing a lot of Grand Blue.
I did.
I mean, that's your opinion, Black Sidekick, but I loved this game. This game's great. got insane over-the-top momentum. It's got good gunplay. It's just a comical Sunset Overdrive style game. You fucker, I shot you! Hey, what up, Caden? You missed us doing anime manga podcast, but yeah, now we're doing this. Hey, Sean. Wall of death coming. Wall of death coming. Ah! The wall of death is unneeded. It's really unneeded.
Need fresh bullets.
Grab the Terminite junk so we can kill the big gun.
It's going to take more than that, Task Force X. Don't fool yourself that I'm keeping score. I have an algorithm. New sequence. Dodge this, Earthlings.
That shoot him up fast.
So fair trying to zap us, you big stupid gun.
I have what I need.
Sorry, what?
Now to hit the weapon with them.
What'd you do?
I
What's one more
don't know how I died.
Really?
Did that laser beam get you? That thing's annoying as hell.
Unless it shoots directly down, I don't think so.
I think it just kind of shoots it wherever we are, wherever that happens to be. Yeah, Kickstar's movement is really fun. He's got a lot of options.
Collecting. More throwing at the weapon.
Okay, I apparently can't angle that right. Oh, come on, this fucking wall. I think what I hear is with the walls, you can't see it coming. You just need to not be in its line of sight ever. You know?
Yeah, it's just there. Well, it doesn't really need to be.
You already got the laser from the sky shooting at us. You got tanks rolling on the bottom. Random guys all over the map above that. It's just a lot for no reason.
Boomerang's come undone. End him quickly.
Harley, get me up.
That's it. We can't die again. We need his
Harley.
Alex, because these AI are garbage.
Gather as much of the terminal.
I did do this
Yeah.
by myself, though. I did do this whole thing by myself.
Security walls active. Let's see you attack what you can't touch.
It's charging up the beam.
So this is the might of an Earthling.
That was only
demigod.
one. Bullshit.
It will be mine.
New objective, survive. Yep, yep. Where are they? Over there? Okay. Ah! Why do I keep getting one? Can you finish that so I can shoot it?
This firing sequence is reminiscent of a
He's
colonial
doing the
game
walls again.
you wouldn't un-
You won't outlive your usefulness to me. Get back on mission.
I can't say I approve of it wasting energy cells in its rage, but there's a considerable delta between damaged and destroyed. I'm disappointed.
There we go.
Boomerang's third.
It's all going
You want to get this game so bad, but waiting till you have enough money to get the game for my friends to have a full party. Yeah, it's definitely a play with your buddies kind of game. I've done a few rounds by myself. It's not nearly as much fun now that I'm in post game. Andy played it. He loved the story segments, hated the live service elements. And Andy is a single player kind of game. He does not play co-op games with us normally. How did you beat me when you're the one that died?
Squad leader.
I don't know.
I thought you'd never amount to anything.
By a lot. What the fuck? Gotta be levels. Gotta be levels.
I'm switching to Harley.
Harley's fun. The movement's a little slow compared to everyone else, but
I feel like I would. I don't know. I think I just don't like the movement. The boomerang. But I mean, I guess it's just because I haven't been on him for so long.
yeah, I mean, I get the hang of it. Combat, 5 seconds spent. Airborne generates 1 combo. Oh, I'll do that. Atlantean drop higher.
Mobile gear symbiotes detected. Sorry, I mean...
Yeah, it's the same thing they use. It's Batman's pods they're using to deliver everything.
That's how it's done. Keep my guard up and take them out like target practice.
Oh, there's a Terminaut over here. Let's go get that. Now that we're not running around to the next objective.
Give me 1 second while I start
Though Brainiac has tanked Batman's stunts, this place still
doing over
proves that
equipment.
money talks. Money talks.
New target. Ooh, this is our target. Excessive force will release the treats.
There we
The
go.
hell? Hi, Deadshot. Yeah, I loved Avengers had its issues, but I had a lot of fun with it. And Gotham Knights, I just actually really did enjoy. I don't think Gotham Knights deserve the hate it got. Oh yeah, we're gonna do our daily contract, Sean. Throw this in here.
Thanks,
Let me
This is really cool.
get that set up.
You've made for one very happy gerbil. Oh, that's a good one, that. Really puts the dirt in dirty work.
You are green. Contract is go. Whatever.
Think of the perks of a new Kolu. Your people enjoy perks.
Right next to us is Hack versus Brainiac. Not a lot of loot, but wait, what is that one? Hold on. We did all the Hack missions, so we don't need to do that one. We're gonna have to do a whole day of just. We'll do Penguin right next to this. Oh, what is this one? Smash and grab. That's a low amount. There's another cannon. That one's not worth a lot of XP at all. Let's head over to this Penguin mission. I miss you too, Dooley. Welcome back.
Chums, villains, valued customers. How'd you like the sound of staying alive longer? Improved personal shields?
Hold on. You want to keep us alive?
At the rate you lot go through guns.
So do I think that the premise of this game is doomed to fail? No, actually, I want to make a video on this because I don't understand. Sal and I had a whole discussion about this, but I really don't understand why the superhero community can't accept anything except an Arkham game and a Spider-Man game from Insomniac.
You want to trade a life sentence for a
Like,
death sentence?
they tried to do a co-op. Where are you? Oh, you're moving away from me. Shit.
Wait, huh? I haven't started the mission. I'm not even close to it.
Are you moving away from?
Two more raising
Oh,
hell
I'll get over
jobs
to you in a
done
second.
like that, and Brainiac's gotta pay attention.
I'm no xenobiology expert.
How is that
No,
hurting you?
we got to stay close together to a certain extent. We can't be on the opposite sides of the city. That's all.
Oh.
And since you want, oh, come here. We got a riddle thing I haven't done yet.
Don't worry if this is too hard. I take it back. Make you worry.
Hello, Metropolis.
3 stars.
Might not feel
Weird
nuisance,
on Harley.
but know this. The next challenge will surely sink you.
Come on, Sean. I think the first year is already planned out, Caden. I don't know what's going to happen after the first year. If you can enjoy Destiny alone, see, I don't enjoy Destiny alone, Neko Senpai, but it's also a personal opinion. So I'm definitely not against playing these things alone, just I don't normally go out of my way to do that.
Yeah, I got 2-star.
You just
Not as
you need
bad.
13 stars total across all of them for the trophy.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. Wait, what? Let me see here real quick. What is the? I don't think you need 3 stars across them all. Not earned. 10 Riddler trophies. You gotta find 10 open world ones. Achieve 39 stars total is the total line of it all.
All right.
And I'm nowhere near having done them all, and I'm at 16 out of 39. So I guess that's,
Yeah.
looks like 40 total Riddler trophies for the big Riddler trophy thing, and then 21 of the riddles, which I'm going to Google with the answers to them all. That's what I'm saying, though, Bumbo. And not even against this game, but people didn't want Avengers when they announced it. People didn't want Gotham Knights when they announced it. People didn't want this when they announced it. People shit all over Guardians of the Galaxy, which was a great game. Like, it seems like unless it says
Saving Penguin's men sounds like
Spider-Man by Insomniac or Rocksteady Batman, we're going to shit on it no matter what. I don't understand it.
See what you can do with those Terminauts to turn them around on Brainiac.
Boosted.
Trying until something sticks.
Just get these mugs onto the bus in one piece. Or even two.
Yeah, you get that long coat Harley. I like the long coat Harley look.
Yeah. I've always liked that look.
Get the thing. The whatchamacallit, the scanner. Oh, back in my day, you just whistle.
They did not have technology in your day.
Did you hear Shark on that one?
Let's have a look for
No.
the boys, eh?
Back in my day, you just whistled. Did you not have technology back in your day? What are we doing on this one? What's the mission? I don't see an objective
Way
regard.
below.
We gotta kill the little plant, like the little 4-legged things first, and then start killing things.
What 4-legged things?
Like when you kill the mob and they drop their buff.
An object lesson, units. Don't let the shark close the distance.
Oh, look, a thug that needs saving. And the aliens see him too.
Oh, the civilian. Okay, the civilians are randomly popping up. I'll go for this one.
Assessing a new target.
Okay, I will say his ult is awesome.
Yeah, it's just slam. Just,
It's so much easier to like to time than like boomerangs.
yes.
It's impressive.
Shape up, Shark.
That's what I mean. People are like, it's not Arkham. It sucks. It's terrible. It's horrible. My favorite line is, we didn't ask for that. Like, no, you didn't ask for that. I asked for Gotham Knights. A co-op Bat Family game? I was so on board with that.
If you want decent gear, I'd grab the lug behind that door. Sharpish.
B and C. I'll go to,
Go to see, I'm right here.
okay.
Stakes have been raised.
What the?
An object lesson, units. Don't let the shark close the distance.
Where the hell is C? Dude, this laser is just non-stop blasting me.
Stay with me, miniature human. Do not die.
Oh, I have the human. Okay. Oh, right. I gotta go return mine to the bus, Sean. Fuck.
I will claim those yours as my own, Nanawe.
That's why it wasn't letting me get C. Because I had one.
Oh. I just grabbed
You got it? Yeah, let's get out of here.
him. I died though.
Where are you?
I'm right on where C was.
Wanting more, right?
Nanawe has been
Ah! Deadshot's on me. He'll get me up. Or he'll walk away. Love AI.
Nanawe would
Yeah,
rather
AI doesn't revive.
captivity.
I'm finding out.
They do eventually. That's what I'm saying, Cal. Like, I'm not, like, you can say, hey, I don't want to, like Andy, my brother, okay? He loves single-player narrative games. No interest in this game. We had him play it because he had to write a script. All he did was complain about the live service parts, and he loved every time he got to do story and do the actual gameplay. Like, it's fine. You can make different games for different people. I don't understand that the people only want games made for them.
I'll pitch in on the shooting with you, Shark.
All surviving units, see that this is the Shark's final meal.
What the hell? What the hell hit me? I can get D. Or I can get shot out of the sky and turned around. What the fuck was that?
Penguin sent you?
You're more single player? Oh my god, this is the worst. That's what I'm saying. Like, every week someone's complaining about a new game. Like, oh my god, it's the worst thing ever created. I love the people that are shitting all over Power World and it still has like 1.5 million players or something stupid.
Yeah.
Power World's terrible. I don't want to do this to my pets. Then don't play the fucking game. They're making a deceased theme park trailer for it. I don't know what you're talking about. For this game?
Yet another hiding human. Good thing I'm not easily offended.
Got an employee over there. Not for much longer the way the aliens are going.
Need to clear the enemies first.
This technology is flawed. Hang on.
Why won't it let me get him? Shit!
Need one of the little spider things.
That's what I'm looking for. Apparently I fell through some stuff to make this useful. What?
That was a shower of shit.
Did we run out of time? We must have run out of time.
Oh, okay. I was like, that one I really have no idea what time.
Like, I don't know what you mean by theme park. Like, real world? Six Flags? There's no DC theme park except for the stuff in Six Flags right now. Where is the mission? We'll do it again. Oh, it's over there.
Coming to you.
What difficulty do we have this shit on? Because if we're leveling up characters, I feel like it shouldn't be high. You know? Oh, you have to change it. It's on the medium. Put it on walking apart. Because we're leveling up the characters. We're working on mastery. Let's go ahead and put it back. There we go. Let's try that. All right, Cal. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. We'll see you next time.
Use Brainiac's Terminons to your advantage. Make it worth any possible side effects.
Feel like I should make another YouTube series on another channel. Worst game ever. And just go through the games that are actually the worst game ever. Because trust me, I've played a lot of them. And you know what's not the worst game ever? Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League.
Like, this game isn't bad by any means. Like, the story's a little weird.
I liked it.
Well, I mean, like, compared to, like, what people are, like, expecting, I guess. The pacing can have a little issues here and there, but aside from that, the game's fine. There's way worse games.
We've played some of them. Oh, did you see how much damage I just did?
Harley's special. Does she have to target somebody to use it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like Captain Boomerangs.
This is the Nawe using his
What's a big idea? Whoa!
Oh, you got the civilian over here? Okay.
I thought it was you that was next to me.
I was, but it wasn't letting me take the civilian.
Oh.
Sharpish! If you want decent gear, I'd grab that lug behind that door over there. Sharpish.
We must remove
I'll
the
go
enemy
to C.
first.
I'll look it up after all this, Dooley. I don't really know what you're referencing. But if there is, that'd be cool. There's no timer. Maybe we just missed one of the civilians last time. Which I guess is kind of a timer.
Human life is so fragile, so easily lost. Not once it joins with you.
Making headway, and I'll admit I'm glad to see these stooges, but I need a full load.
I gutted him.
So this is the might of an earthling demigod.
Bringing you in from prison, boss. Ironic, isn't it? See most of the mugs I lost in here, but I know some's missing.
And Dooley, that's your 20th super on the channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the support, man.
Punishing Harley's target. for
Helicopter's down.
resistance.
Artillery moving out.
Where's the next target?
Gotta
Concentrate
kill a
on
couple more
Deadshot's
mobs.
target.
I gotta get the buff.
Observe, units. You would be wise to end the Nawe before he ends you.
What are we bleeding waiting for?
I am a frozen fish.
What? I am a frozen fish!
Another one.
I'll get E.
Found, and all that code will be rewritten, good as new.
Ah! I am King Shark! Hand!
I advise taking down the shark creature before he destroys you all.
Push the shark back!
Oh, I don't have the buff. Shit. Do you have the buff for E? The buff wore off mid-fight with them, so I couldn't finish them. Oh, don't worry about messing up your words, Dooley. Not everyone speaks English as their first language. Just be aware sometimes it'll make a problem me trying to figure out what you're saying. But once we figure it out, we're good. I can't find the little spider dude. Okay, you get the last one. We're good.
Rolling up your sleeves and getting your hands dirty, is there? Focusing on a new target.
Picka, 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 pow.
You're squad leader now.
Your squad leader against Sean. How are you doubling my damage?
But now it's official.
Ooh.
About a little razzle dazzle for your humble person.
He can now craft legendary shields.
Come a cropper out there. Beaten down, limbs.
Imagine we get Batman suit from this in Arkham Knight. I doubt they would do that.
You croak out that last annoying one-liner.
Be cool.
Gives me chills thinking about it.
Suggest a mission. Is there anything with a ton of XP? No, everything's pretty mediocre on the XP gain. So might as well just keep trucking through these little like side stories.
Yeah.
There's we skipped a penguin mission. Where's this one at?
Harley Quinn,
Suggest.
this is our next challenge. Ha!
There's a Jordan 4 shock drop? Oh, was. Did you get it?
Force X. Champs in the rescue and
We don't got money yet. I don't know if you should be doing that, Nightman. I'm still just trying to get my Gundam sneakers.
I select only the best and most.
Chat, can somebody donate $300 to me so I can have some new sneakers?
Doesn't it make sense that I should approach you?
I'm shameless. It's fine. Sean, you have to pick the location. I can't see where it is.
I was just following you.
It's in the far, far north.
Well, far north?
It's suggested by my Finn.
Task Force X. Young electric
Mission
lady
locked.
told me you can swipe Brainiac's know-how.
That mission's locked, man.
How? Why?
Offer still
Ow.
stands. The finest close combat gear, all for a very reasonable alien smashing.
Weird.
Maybe you have to activate it?
But if it's locked for you, you just don't have it. You
I
know?
may have already.
I would
Wait,
be eternally grateful if
you said we're doing these out of order. I may have already done it.
Yeah, that one apparently was the second one. I just went to the nearest one, not thinking they would unlock out of order, but they did.
Oh, I might have got it then. I may have done it when I was trying to catch up.
Well, let's go knock it out then and see what it says.
Yeah.
If the game wasn't going to connect it to Arkham, I would have just made it another universe next to Arkham. Done everything they wanted to do. Just say it's not the main Arkhamverse happened, but in a different universe, what if Batman did not give up everything?
that was the easy part. Now for the part that I like best. Battle.
Music to me ears, Doozy. Cobblepot's eager to see what we can extract from
Oh, it's the same shit we just did.
But don't let them get
Oh, it's the Penguin missions. They will be the same shit.
terminate you.
Yeah. We're doing Penguin's missions, so this is what it is.
I can hear you breathing.
Sorry. But if that geezer Brainiac can make guns that big, think how big he does baseball bats.
Just don't breathe into the microphone.
Oh, don't mind us, you two. Out here, fighting hordes of alien bastards.
Fighting hordes of alien bastards!
They come for us again.
Damn bombers. It's gonna get loud, TFX.
Don't get washed up, Sharky.
Oh god, they're all over here. No viable targets here. Oh, shark!
Be careful, units. This shark can go head to head with the best of you. What do you even hope to gain from my data? I already analyzed all your worlds. I don't care for it.
Save a bite for me, shark, why don't ya?
Are you tracking ahead of my essence? Or are my units tracking behind? The Naoe's gone berserk. All units, maintain your distance.
What are we? One enemy remains? What enemy?
This god shows no mercy.
The last season is Aquaman saving the world all by himself and riding a dolphin. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Demigod. It will be mine.
But I'd like to.
Where's this last enemy? Like, there's so many around. Who's the last one we're looking for? You know?
Yeah.
There's no way it's this tank down here.
Charge!
Like, there's so many of these, like, squid things around us. Is it the tank?
Yep.
Chat say, I'll go kill the tank while you keep looking up here, okay? Oh, you're down there too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, that was it. I think.
Yeah. I thought the tank was out of range.
Sarcastic.
Difficult upbringing. Never shown real well.
You know, I'm just gonna stop playing with you.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, I got closer that time. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll unlock all the side shit today, so we can really focus in on Brainiac runs. Because if we do all the side shit and all the Riddler shit, then we're pretty much near the end of the trophy run.
Yeah.
Which gives us the last Penguin mission.
We shall triumph over this mission, Harley.
I suggested it. And then we can run over and do the cannon mission over here for another 32,000 XP. I gotta kill 15 enemies or grenades to hit the next tier on that thing, so I'll do that.
That's the next penguin one, right?
Yep, that's the last Penguin one.
Did you mean to say the second part out loud?
Did you mean to say the second part out loud?
In Director Bones' operation, see normal rise above its station.
Hurry! Are we not eager to earn explosives? I am.
Terminaut popping! Doing it again, Sean.
Hell yeah.
That's your job to report back on. TFX, this is a field test to improve Cobblepot's grenades. I'll be keeping overwatch. Precisely. This is a nice arrangement we got going. We might as well bury the hatchet.
Know where I want to bury a hatchet?
Penguin, we are risking our lives for your benefit. Again!
Again!
Let's see some grenade kills. Well, can't see them. Hearing's not what it was either, but I can still feel it.
The hell? Where did my grenades go? I was literally standing next to guys to launch the grenades at. And none of them went to those enemies, Sean. Okay, we got... I need grenades. Give me grenades!
Be careful, unit. This shot can go head to head.
Oh, we already gotta go to the safe zone? Okay.
Oh, it's one of those missions. Okay.
That was really quick.
Because you got the 15 kills already.
Oh.
Yeah, now we gotta get 26 kills.
Excuse me.
My hunger is matched by my skill.
You would be wise to end Nanawe before he ends you. All forces, be aware that scrambled communications are not just localized to your area.
Give me grenades. Speaking of the universe, where do I think the Teen Titans are in this universe? I don't know. Tev, you gonna ask where I think everyone is? Who knows?
Yours is my own Nanawe.
Bro, give me grenades and I can help Sean. Can we get?
Go ahead.
What's that?
I was gonna say, isn't it possible that they might not exist in this one? Since
Nope.
Justice League just got made?
No. We need to get we're getting grenades. We got to get grenade kills.
No, I'm talking about the Teen Titans.
Oh yeah, they might not. No,
Since Justice League is relatively new.
that's true. There's also the big question of like, if the city was taken over, where are all of the superheroes?
Still alive out there? Shame we're almost done. This is better than me favorite game shows.
I advise taking down the shark creature before he destroys you all.
To the victor go the spoils, and the victor is me.
Such a talent for chaos, Grinzel. And in service of what?
I don't think I have the right grenade for this objective. You might have to do it all. Mine freeze and don't seem to do a lot of damage.
Still doing the You still have to kill the little things first.
No. My grenade hit. It doesn't do a lot of damage. It freezes instead.
I'm not using grenades.
It says we gotta kill with grenades.
I know, just gotta get the boost.
Oh. I mean, you could ask that about any superhero, Tevya. Where was the Bat family? Why weren't they actually here?
There we go.
That's all we've got time for, I'm afraid. Did you have fun? Well, laugh your way over to the jam and quick.
Everyone is home playing the game? Yeah.
Let's wind it up, TFX.
Oh, Cobblepot is done. Did you get the trophy? Then that means, yeah, you already did that one mission. Well, you better have won this one, because I wasn't doing it right, apparently. Most,
You're squad leader now.
I would love to see Red Hood too, but I doubt we're gonna make it that many seasons unless this game heavily turns around. Like, I'd love to see that. I love this game.
Amazed at what modern grenades can do. Used to think you only need them to blow up. But I was selling my clients short. And in the end,
Oh, what do we get? A Bane thing?
so important in the killing.
Infamous grenade.
An iconic piece.
Oh, I got
I'm nerding out.
penguins. I've got the penguin shit.
Real curious how the upgrade will work on that shark body of yours.
All right, if we go do the one wrench mission on the thing, that's the last one of those. And the one arrow mission, that's the last one of those. Where is it?
I am of the opinion that
That's
we
the
should choose
arrow
this
mission.
Just spread 20% damage to other enemies. Okay.
Oh, there's the wrench mission. Wrench mission is probably closer.
Harley Quinn, this is our next challenge.
Hell of a body count on that end.
I need help testing a dangerous weapon mod for your cars. Wait, I got 4 volunteers right here. See you dummies at the spot.
Here, Dungeon Crystal Ball.
This game can only turn around once all the very noisy haters found a new thing. You're right about that, Neko, and they will.
I can plan for you. You become part of the equation.
What's going to be the next thing they're going to be hating on? Probably Final Fantasy Rebirth after today's video.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised.
If they start hating on that next.
Yep.
Wipe out.
Okay. As long as you know you can't do the grappling hook on buildings below you, Harley's actually pretty quick.
Well, yeah, you gotta grapple like at angles and stuff like that.
Yeah, like the L1 grapple.
Yeah.
Like, it has to be above you.
Yeah.
Her traversal makes more sense now.
Apparently, she's the most broken character. I mean, I don't see it in comparison to like King Shark, but
Why dispersal? Consider me.
right, yeah, it's true. Xbox is getting a lot of the hate right now. You hear about those rumors, Sean?
No.
Xbox is gonna announce it, but it seems the leaks are they're putting all their games on PlayStation and Switch. Yeah, they apparently just giving up on the console war. Which is a little sad. I mean, I know they haven't done well with this generation, but I wouldn't think that'd be the end of it. You?
I thought for the most part they're just focusing on streaming more than anything. Or not streaming, Game Pass.
Yeah, no, they want games as a service to be their new thing.
Which makes sense. I mean, it's like they got a good foothold on that.
Yeah, but to give up the console in general and move all of the exclusives onto whoever will take it, that's a little...
Yeah, that's a little throwing in the towel a little quickly.
Oh, we gotta get to the thing. Still rumors for now. Yeah, Meal Mox, you're right. They have plans to make another console? So they just gotta... There's no reason to have the Xbox now.
No, there really is not.
You have one, Sean. How often do we actually get on the Xbox? We both have one.
We don't. We don't. Like, there's...
I think the last game we got on was Exo Primal.
I was on PC for that one.
Oh, so you didn't even get on Xbox for that?
No.
Dodge this, alien bastards!
Like, Xbox has a lot of shooters, and then I just prefer mouse and keyboard for shooters. So it's like, I have no reason to be on a controller. Or on a console, in that case.
Save a bite from me, shark, why don't ya? Come on! Shoot the
I've seen a lot of like content creators for Xbox just being like, I'm done. I'm done.
I'm almost proud of you, goofbags. Now, how's about you don't get killed and get back to the jammer? Abandoned ship!
Rumor has it, Shadies, that all of their exclusives are going to be going to other consoles.
Guess the skull ship didn't like that.
You want more? You know what?
So are you going to be going back to Shark still?
Self-care. Now,
I don't know, I'm actually kind of starting to like Harley.
Harley was my consideration for a secondary, too.
yeah, I like this just fine.
Like, I much prefer the heavy and the pistol versus King Shark's heavy and assault rifle. Or shotgun.
I got shotgun and heavy. Not the biggest fan of this combo. I like the assault rifle, SMG, and sniper combo of Boomerang.
Yeah.
We downed him, shark.
Well, yeah, next week is going to be the Future of Xbox conference, isn't it going to be, Mihal? Meal Mox?
Happening. Get to the jammer.
Well, that was much easier than the penguin shit. Right?
We didn't have to. Stupid boosted attacks.
Harley, God help us all, but I'm putting you in charge.
Woohoo! Everybody, bow.
Never say I don't listen to customer feedback. I hear yous. Gizmo, aiming so hard.
Well, it's great clickbait. Xbox is dead, Mealmox, you know?
Rockets and turret gun with 3 times the firepower each shot. Yes, kids, you can hit the broadside of a barn.
Deal 600 for that. Nope.
Oh, man, I'm sleepy.
Yeah, nobody likes an overachiever.
Let's upgrade that shark brain of yours.
There we go. Xbox gave everything to Sony, not clickbait, 100% real. Yeah, I know.
Ha! Nothing can stop me.
As soon as someone says not clickbait, I already
Assume clickbait?
assume clickbait.
Okay, so that is Gizmo's done. We have 1 Poison Ivy left, 2 Poison Ivy left, 1 Task Force X left, and 4 Toyman left, and 1 Lex left, and then we have everything unlocked in the game.
Okay, I'm exactly where you were then.
Okay, cool. Well, we will pick this up tomorrow after my Lethal Company thing, so we can get ready for the PlayStation thing coming up.
The PlayStation thing coming up?
Yeah, in 30 minutes they're doing a conference about Final Fantasy.
Oh.
You know, that game that we've devoted our lives to?
14 or wait, 14 or
The franchise, Sean, the franchise!
Oh.
But today's the 7 Rebirth thing.
Oh. I'm fine.
All right, I'm going to swap over real quick.
Yep. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, Sean. Be back in a minute. All right, guys, we're going to close up today. We had a lot of fun doing the anime podcast, played a little bit of Suicide Squad, having a great chat. Tomorrow, I'm going to go live at 1 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do a little bit of chit-chat, and then we're going to do Lethal Company with Ryan, Bob, and Dell. They invited me to join them for 3 hours of Lethal Company. So tomorrow, we're going to be doing all of that. Hope you guys enjoyed today. I really appreciate the support. Right now, the current battle plan is tomorrow on time. Thursday, we're going to be a little late because I'm going to film D&D, then go live. And then Friday, we'll probably be a little late because I got a meeting I got to get to. So, but we'll figure it all out as we're going. No, I tweeted about it, Tavia. Come on. It would have been an hour ago. No, absolutely. Wait, that's today? No, next week? No. Yeah, the PlayStation thing is today. See ya. In 45 minutes. So that is today. So, all right, guys, I will catch you tomorrow. We'll continue our fun and have a great time. And thank you so much for all the support in getting we are 3 subs away from hitting our February goal, and we're only at February 6th. So, guys, you guys are incredible. I really appreciate it. I will see you all tomorrow.